You're off to buy your first pressure washer, or maybe you're picking up a second or third pressure washer and you want to know more about what the actual product you're buying is. Whether you are shopping online for a new pressure washer, or if you're shopping in your local hardware store, you are usually confronted with a lot of different choices when it comes to buying a new pressure washer. There's options for electric pressure washers, and there's options for gas-powered pressure washers. You'll see a bunch of different numbers. It'll say PSI or GPM, or use terms like cleaning units, and today we're going to explain what all of that means. The biggest advertised number on most pressure washers is going to be their PSI rating. This is pounds per square inch, and it's a measure of the force of the water coming out of the pressure washer. This force is the force that is used to knock loose dirt, grime, oil, and other debris off the surface of whatever it is that you're washing. This force is also affected by the different tips that you can place on the end of your pressure washer. Tips with smaller openings will create higher PSIs, and tips with wider openings will create lower PSI as they fan the water out further in each direction. After that, the next number that you'll usually see a little bit smaller below the PSI rating is the GPM, or gallons per minute. This is the flow rate of your pressure washer. This is actually the amount of water that it uses per minute. So the higher GPM means there's more water being forced through at the PSI rating, meaning that it has the ability to do more work. So the higher your GPM is, the more work your pressure washer can actually do because it's putting out more water at those pressures. There's a calculation called cleaning units, and sometimes you'll see this advertised on pressure washers and sometimes you won't, but more experienced pressure washers know that cleaning units is a calculation based off of the PSI times the gallons per minute, and that will give you a unit factor that will tell you how much your pressure washer can actually clean. Another key feature of your new pressure washer purchase is going to be whether or not your pressure washer allows for the usage of soap and additional chemicals during the process. Some pressure washers have wand attachments that allow you to screw on containers that hold the chemicals. Some pressure washers have connection tubes that will go into a separate container and pull it into the pump and run it through the hose that way. But when you add chemicals like soaps or detergents to the water, this helps break down a lot of what you're trying to clean up. Like on houses, if you're trying to pressure wash your siding to get rid of any like fungus or mold that may be growing on the outside of them, you can spray it down with bleach and then come back and spray with a pressure washer and it comes right off. Soaps have the ability to pull oil up really easily, and this makes cleaning up driveways a lot faster than if you just blast it with water. The molecules of the detergents and the soap actually like wrap themselves around the particles that you're trying to clean and pull them up and off of the surface that you're cleaning. One of the next big things to look for in your pressure washer purchase is whether or not it has the capability of creating its own hot water. Hot water is actually the differentiation point between a pressure washer and a power washer. Now, if you have a pressure washer with the same PSI and same gallon per minute, which we called cleaning units earlier, a cold water pressure washer will do less cleaning work than a hot water power washer. This is because the molecules in the hot water are excited by the heat. They're actually moving around a whole lot more. And when you use the hot water, it's easier for the hot water to remove particles, dirt, oils, everything off of whatever you're cleaning. So that's what makes the difference between a pressure washer and a power washer. I hope this helps you in your journey to finding your next new pressure washer. If you have any questions, or if you want to see recommendations for the types of pressure washers that are out there, the brands of pressure washers that are out there, what you can use a pressure washer for, and accessories you can buy for a pressure washer, stop over at pressurewasher.com.